To replace the display on your Nokia Lumia 900, you will need the SIM tray removal tool, a pair of tweezers, a small Phillips screwdriver, a T5 Torx star type screwdriver, a plastic separation tool of some kind, and you'll also need a sucker tool. This is from a Nokia screen mount, or you could use one from your sat-nav, or maybe a fridge one. So make sure the phone's switched off, and we need to remove the SIM tray. So using your SIM tray removal tool, push that in and remove that. Now, using your pair of tweezers, we need to lift this small plastic sticker off of this corner here. Just lift that up and place that there so we can put it back later. Now, using your SIM tray removal tool, insert that into this small hole here and lift this pin out. It's quite a long pin, and this is what holds the screen in place, so pull that out. Now, using your sucker tool, place that onto the screen and lock that down into place, and then gently lift this edge of the screen up, and you'll see that's separated there, and keep lifting it up, and that'll release the screen. If you don't have a sucker tool, you could use just a plastic separation tool. I'll show you how this can be done. So, using a thin plastic separation tool, insert it into this edge just here and lift the screen up. And this works okay, but it seems to leave a slight mark on the very thin edge of the case. So once you've released the screen, don't open it up any more than this, as it puts strain on the ribbon cables. Come round to the other side and lift the screen away from the edge, and now you can open the screen fully up. Now we need to undo 3 Phillips screws. There's one in the top corner here. There's another one just here. And these are all the same size, and it's actually marked on the casing that that's a Phillips screw. There's a little Phillips screw sign there as well. And there's one more in the bottom corner here, and again it's got a little symbol that shows the Phillips screw goes in this corner. Now we need to undo 7 T5 Torx screws. Again, they're all the same size, so don't worry about getting them mixed up. Now we need to lift the battery cover up. Now it's held on with a strip of double-sided tape down this part here, and it's quite well stuck on there. So starting at the bottom here, insert your plastic tool, and using a bit of heat, just warm this up with a fan heater or a hairdryer, and keep pushing into the bottom here, and it will gradually separate the battery from the battery cover. Once you've done that, lift it up and you can see the double-sided tape runs along here, and as long as you push your knife in there and separate it, it will come away. Put that aside. Now before we disconnect the screen, it's a good idea to disconnect the battery. So using the small plastic tool, lift the battery connector up so the battery is disconnected. Now remove the main screen ribbon connector and the touch key ribbon connector at the bottom. Now you have the screen assembly separated. You can buy these with the metal frame, which will save you a lot of trouble. If you get the screen without the metal frame, you'll need to use quite a bit of heat to push this screen away from the metal frame. You can follow the 800 and N9 video, which gives you an idea of how to do this. If you need to replace the battery, it's held on with double-sided sticky tape underneath. So get the case nice and warm at the bottom here, and using a plastic tool, try and lift the battery up and it will slowly come unstuck. This is coming out easy because I've done it before. And then you can replace the battery. I'll just lift that up so you can see the model number there. So if you're replacing the battery, place that back in and put the top in first, and make sure that the battery's sitting all the way down. And before we reconnect the battery, take your screen and start by plugging in the main ribbon connector and the touch key ribbon connector at the bottom there. Now we can plug the battery back in, and you could switch it on at this stage to check the screen's working if you wanted to. When you put this cover back on, it's got these little hooks here which hook into the metal chassis. So offer that in first and bring that down, and then push that down into place. This is your proximity sensor and your forward facing camera. So now we need to replace all these T5 screws. Just finger tight. And finally the 3 Phillips screws. So bottom left hand corner, just finger tight, top right hand corner. And the final screw. So now put the display over and make sure you put this side in first, so it's sitting nice and flush, and then bring the screen down and push it down into place. Now take that long pin and make sure you insert that into this hole, and if it won't go in, squeeze the screen down and you'll find that pushes in nice and easy. Make sure this little tag is pointing down and push that down so it's flush with the frame, so it looks like that. Then put that small bit of tape on top and give that a gentle push so it sticks down. Replace your SIM tray and you should have a fully repaired phone. So you can test that all the functions are working by entering a code. If you enter hash 634 hash, that brings up a diagnostics program, and you can test all the functions on the phone. So we test the screen whiteness. Each time you tap it, it changes colour. And you can run all the tests to make sure everything's working okay. Thanks for watching. Please give me a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll do my best to make some more.